Uganda is a country that many of us know because the north is populated by gorillas and because in the south are Great Lakes. It is a green country, full of natural resources like almost all countries in Africa. But it is one of the countries of the world where there exists unnecessary injustice towards children, where wealth is concentrated in the hands of the few, and many have to work to provide help for their families, and yet the majority of people have no access to drinkable water. For these reasons, we are moving forward with our projects in Chad and starting new projects in Uganda. The first is located on the island of Zinga, situated halfway through Lake Victoria, the source of the Nile, and one of the largest and most contaminated lakes in the world. Here live upwards of 10,000 people living in absolute misery without any kind of help. More than half of the Zingan islanders are children. They have no access to clean water, electricity, or basic medical care. Their present depends on our mutual action, and their future on access to education. The second school is located in Kamuli, an agricultural community in which more than 300 children attend a charity school with neither water nor food supply, and whose only scholastic materials consist of wooden tables. In both places, schools have the potential to be the center of successful development projects. Our goal is to help these communities escape absolute poverty, but the first step is to construct schools and to demonstrate to ourselves that only our work and our actions are capable of changing the world and making it just a little bit more fair. At the very least, no one will have to die in the sea running away from poverty.
Hello, my name is Eddie. I am 14 years old. I live in Africa with 35 other children. We are all our friends, but we are a big family and have an amazing story. So listen up. I will begin with the best part. One morning, a boy named Miguel, who lives in Spain, wrote a wish on a ball in the name of thousands of children that are part of the organization Sport and Art Solidarity. He kicked it with such force that it traveled over the houses, mountains and clouds, until the cities became like small dots. Then it passed by the sea, then the Sahara Desert, and half of the African continent, until it finally reached Uganda. It's now in a village called Wendy, in a little house at the end of the road. Here is where we live. The very few things we have are gifts from generous people that send them with love and effort. My brothers and I know that the only thing that lasts forever is the love that keeps us together. This is what fills up our lives and makes us better people. The red t-shirt with a map of Africa and the hand in the middle is a symbol of that. It represents that millions of children in both sides of the ocean that work every day to make this a better world. Before we came to this house, we lived in a smaller one. It didn't have running water. The older children had to get up before sunset and walk very far to get water from a well. Going there wasn't easy. When they returned home, they were exhausted but never complained. They were our heroes. They knew it and were very proud of their work. One day, something incredible happened. A giant tank was brought to us from our Spanish friends. This tank will be used to collect rainwater. It's like having our own cloud. It is so big that we couldn't get it through the door. Everyone said it was impossible, but we needed to get it done so that we could have clean drinking water in order to not get sick again. At that moment, we saw the tank arrive. It was inside a cage, and they placed it inside the middle of the yard. That day, we were eating on the floor because we didn't have our tables yet. This is our gift, our cloud that is always going to be full of water to quench our thirst, so that we can grow tall and strong like trees. To witness this made me realize that a good heart can change the world, that 4 men with a goal are stronger than an army, and that everything that one's dream can become true. Miracles only happen if you work hard. That day, our life was happier. We celebrated singing and dancing. The sky had heard us. One of the most unforgettable moments in our lives was on the day that everyone in town got to know us. The day that we went to buy shoes.
Are we going to buy shoes?
Yeah!
Oh, let's go!
Very few people knew we existed until we opened the big door of our house and everyone saw a whole bunch of kids wearing red shirts with me leading on the front. Our happiness made us sing loud. I overheard people asking, "Who are these kids? Where did they come from? Who is leading them?" An old lady that knows me said, "That, the one with the beautiful smile, is Addie, and those are his brothers. They are the kids from the orphanage." Everyone made comments. Are they walking bare feet? Why are they so happy? Where are they going? We finally arrived to a store. There were hundreds of shoes that smelled like new leather and shined like the sun. For us, they are much more than shoes. They represent brotherhood, a clear sign of love and freedom. I love the sound that my shoes make. My feet are now like drums playing a song that tells everyone, I'm coming. Yes, me the kid from Buenga, the one with the great smile, the one that now has a future thanks to solidarity. Our new shoes only know how to walk forward. They have the power to lead us to a bright future, here in our country, nowhere else. They are not to run from poverty, they are to go to school and fight it.
Sides, up, sides, down. Arms forward, raise. Arms down. Arms forward, raise. Down. Jump about turn. About turn.
With our new shoes, we'll go every day to school to learn as much as we can, with our heads up, eyes wide, open, and a firm step.
Who can give us one song? One song.
Salakabani, nage mama yangamba, simani kusala, salakabani,
One afternoon, a wise old woman asked me if I knew what life was all about. Since I wasn't sure, she answered, life is an opportunity, the opportunity to climb a mountain. With each step, you go higher and you can look further. But if you only think about yourself, you will only see your feet. And even if you are super high, you'll feel lonely and unhappy. You'll be lost. But if you take a moment to look down, you will find out that the people that follow you need you in order to survive. So at that moment, you will recover the warmth of your heart and you'll run down the hill to help them. Only then you will find your path, and even if it only means a little effort, the world will be better, and it will be thanks to you. Love is the only power that can change the world. So the place where you were born It doesn't make a difference between richness and poverty. I feel I belong to a huge family, one that doesn't fit in our home, nor in Uganda or in the whole African continent. It needs a whole planet to fit in. Miguel's wish has come true. We are a big family. My family is a human race and not other. I have brothers and sisters with all skin colors. They speak different languages. They call their God in many ways. But we all know it's the same God, because He teaches us to share and how to live in peace. We call Him the God of small details.